Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kanna.
Sir, you can start, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, my dear students.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. The last class, what we have discussed, will you please summarize the subheadings? So, what are the things the last class we have discussed? You know about drugs, isn't it? What are the drugs? Will you please list out it?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, opioids, sir.
One. Okay. Good.
Sir, barbiturates,
Okay.
coca alkaloids,
Okay. If they comes under the headings, coca-alkaloid.
sir, neurogenic drugs, sir.
No. What about the plant? I am asking which plant, which category it comes under headings? Cannabinoids, isn't
Sir,
it?
cannabinoids, sir.
Yeah, don't forget because it's very, very important. Cannabinoid sativas. And also, one of the plant already told you. Okay. That plant is also very, very important. The plants also comes
Sir,
under the heading
sir, cannabis sativum, sir.
sativa. Very good. Which, and one more is there. Which family? Datura species, isn't it? Datura a species also there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, these are all are comes under the headings. What is that? Drugs. So they were used, some of them are commercial purpose. At the same time, what is that? Medicinal aspects also. Okay. Each one, it has a specific chemical name and also molecular formula and also a specific effect on the target tissues also there. Particularly, they are all are, what is that? Mainly affected the central nervous system and brain. Okay, that things already we discussed, and also the alcohol already you know about. There are so many things is there. One is called as ethyl alcohol, another one is called as what is the methyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol preparation already you know about, one of the fermentation process. Okay, it is also obtained from the sugar cane industries. And anaerobic conditions, what happen, you know, sugar molecules plus addition of yeast, what will happen? Undergo the fermentation process. As a result, you will get it ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. This is the one method. So mostly used for the preparation of, you know, about Dasmark, whatever it means, what are the brands, that things. And another category is methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol mostly used for the preparation for painting and so on. So, okay. So these are the things. So, and then what are the main important mechanism, you know? The receptor is there. The receptor is very, very important. Each one, it has a specific receptor. It easily bind with the receptor. As a result, what happened? You know, the hallucination. What is the meaning of hallucination? You can forget yourself and also surrounding also. Such condition is called as for hallucination. Okay. So they are all are having the tobacco. Take an example, tobacco. It contain how many alkaloids? There are 60, more than 60 alkaloids present in it. Main component is nicotine, anabasine, noranabasins. Okay, nicotine, nor-nicotine, like that. You know well about the molecular formula also. Already we stated the there is a tabulation format, isn't it? That things also already we discussed. Go through it thoroughly. They asked it so many times. Once again, what is my morphine? What is the chemical name of morphine? Chemical name. Diacetyl morphine. Don't forget. Okay, diacetyl morphine. Which family? So you must note it on that things also. Main component, chemical formula, where it obtains, which plant. Okay, that things also you should note it down. Very, 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 very important. Okay. Okay, today we are going to discuss about new chapters. Okay, that is the 20th one. This also comes under the 12th lesson, human reproduction and reproductive health. So before we should go here, you must know that there are so many technical terms. So then only this lesson will be very easy. Already we know about there are so many lessons we discussed before start, isn't it? What are the basic terms? You know, first one is acrosome. The acrosome, where is it present? Will you please, anybody else? Acrosome.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, it's in the head of the sperm, sir.
Head of the sperm or tip of the sperm?
Sir, the tip of the sperm, sir. Tip of the head, sir.
Okay, good. Correct only. Just I check it. Okay. So acrosome is a small gap-like extension in the bead of sperm, which is filled with the enzyme that help in fertilizations. The acrosome, without acrosomes, what will happen? It will not penetrate in the egg, and also it will not fuse with the egg. When it touches the egg layer, outermost layer, what happen? The acrosome secrete so many enzymes. Okay, hydrolytic enzyme is that the hydrolytic enzyme, what happen? It melt the egg layer. Okay, as a result, it can be easily penetrated inside the egg. Okay, that condition is called as after penetration of the egg inside the egg. What happened? That condition is called as fertilization. Before that, that means the acrosome, it is what is that? It helping to fertilize the egg. That is very, very important. Okay, see here, the acrosome, a small gap-like extension in the beads of sperm, which is filled with the enzymes. So many hydrolytic enzymes. Just note it down. What are the enzymes? When we are going to study the structure of sperm, you can see it. What are the enzymes they secrete? How it will be entered? How the fertilization possible takes place after the fusion? What happened? So the zygote formation takes place. Already we discussed in the morphology of flowering plant, isn't it? Okay. So then next one is blastula. Sometimes they may ask the question, what is by blastula? What is by blastula? How many cells is there here? How many cells? Blastula stage. They were asked the NEET questions. Do you know? Do you have any idea about this?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, 8 to 16 cells stage, sir.
Are you
of
sure?
the-
Are you sure? Are you sure, Ajay?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So when this stage that is
Sir,
called
that,
as is it correct? We will check it once again. Okay. Blastula is nothing but the 2 to 8 cell or 8 to 16 cell or 16 to 32 cells. Others, please open your mouth. Vaishnavi, Ritika, also just to try to answer it. How many cell is that? See, normally, about there are only one single cell is there after the formation of zygote. It may be divided into 2. Okay, 2 divided into 4, 4 divided into 8. Like that, it may be multiplication takes place, isn't it? Okay. Which stage? Because why I am asking, test tube baby, how they are preparing in lab. How many cells after the formation of zygote? It means the fertilization takes place outside the human body, isn't it? Test tube baby. Particularly tell us test tube. When it be replaced into the female reproductive organs? That is the questions. Before that, how many stages? Which cell stage it is replaced into the reproductive system? That's why I'm asking. Because in between there is a morphological changes. That means blastula, morula. Okay, likewise. That's why I told you zygote, blastula, how many stage? Morula, how many stage? Maximum at 16 to 32 stages. Very, very important. That stage only they may be implantations takes place within the female reproductive organ. Okay, implantations, that is called as test tube baby. So before that stage, all the divisions or occurs outside the lab, in vitro. Okay, blastula. A stage of embryogenesis, note it down, comes after morula and has a hollow fluid filled space called as blastoceles, covered with which one a fluid is also have. It has the fluid is called as blastocele. Blastula also covered with fluids. That fluid is called as blastoceles. And the third one is called as fetus. What is the meaning of fetus? Okay, an advanced stage of embryo within the uterus. Okay, for example, it is not well growth. Complete growth is up to the 10th month, isn't it? Complete growth. I'm asking about that. Already asked the Ajay also answered it. Okay, during the zygote, during the embryo, after the embryo, which part is developed first? Which part? So which part? Which organs? Whether thymus or heart or brain or kidney? Will you please? During the development stage, embryo development stage, which one is the first organ? Vaishnavi?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I'm not sure, sir, but is it the heart, sir?
Correct only. Already told you. Okay, you are the correct one. Okay, heart is the first. I think 13th day or 15th day, I think, started. Okay, so that's why the fetus is in advanced stage of embryo within the uterus. And then gonads, once again, the gonads, gonadotrophin glands. Gonads is also a gamete producing glands, either testis in male or ovary in females. Collectively, the reproductive glands are called as what is it? Gonads. There may be male reproductive organ or female reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ produce what is that? Already you know about the sperm. Female, already you know about the egg. Okay, that producing glands, gamete producing glands are called what is that? Gonads. Note it down. This is very, very, very important one. Good. Graphian follicles. What is meant by Graphian follicles? A Graphian follicle is a fluid-filled vacuole containing egg present in an ovary of mammals. Graphian follicle is a fluid filled with a vacuole containing egg. Inside there is a pouch-like structure. Okay, containing what is that? Fluids, and also there is a vacuole is there. Present in an ovary of mammal. This is collectively called as what is it? Graphian follicle. And hymen, it is also another part. Okay, a thin membrane partially covering the female reproductive aperture is called as hymen. This is also, they are going to check the virginity. Okay, so go to the next one. Implantations. What is my implantations? Already I told you during the test tube baby, fixation of the embryo. Note it down. This is very, very, very important. Fixation of the embryo. Okay, a fertilized egg in uterus, it is lead to the pregnancy. Suppose some of the persons, they will not get child. Okay, they went for the which one, diagnostic process, whether male or female. Suppose any persons suffered by this are impotent in nature, they cannot able to fertilize the egg or they cannot able to fertilize the ovum, like that, they went for the doctors. That time what they decided, check both the male or female, check out, and then finally come to the conclusion they may be the test tube baby. That time what happened, they are collecting the different donors, egg and sperm, different donors also collected, particularly fertilization, fertilized egg or fertilized sperm are highly potent, not impotent. Okay, and collected, and also what is that? Undergoes the hybridization process, that is called as fertilization within the lab. After that, it may be what is that? Fixed with the female reproductive organs. Okay, the endometrium inside the uterus. So that condition is called as implantations. Okay, fixing of embryo fertilized egg. Embryo fertilized egg. What is the meaning of fertilization? Otherwise called as syngamy. Male gamete as well as the female gamete fused together and form as a embryo. After that embryo, it undergoes a cell division process. That's why I asked you before the questions. Which stage? Plastula stage, morula stage, isn't it? 32 cell stage, 16 to 32 cell stage, they may be fixed into the uterus. It is lead to the pregnancy. Okay, see that. And menarche. What is the meaning of menarche? Okay, see here, the beginning of first menstruations is female is attaining puberty. Okay, so this is called as what is that? Menarche. So when you are going to attend the first menstruations, that conditional age attaining process. That condition is called as menarche. Okay, that is called menarche. Okay, and menopause, another one is called as menopause. So permanent cessation of menstrual cycles in female, it occurs between the age 45 to 50 years in human female. Already you know about the menopause is nothing but the stopping of the menstruation cycles in this age group. Okay, so that is called as, what is that, menopause. Okay, so these are the things you should note it. And before we are going to study this lesson, we must know the terms. Okay, see the next one. Hello. Moving. But the next one is oogenesis, formation and development of ovary in ovary, ova in ovary. Sorry, oogenesis, oo denoted as, what is that? The egg, formation and development of the ova within the ovary. That condition is called as, what is that? Oogenesis. That condition is called as oogenesis. Second, and ovulation. What is meant by ovulation? Ovulation. Okay, so the process of release of mature ovum, secondary oocytes from the ovary, is called as ovulation. Released from the ovary, ovum from the ovary, that is called as ovulations. Okay, next one is pasturations. What is by pasturations? Process of delivery of the fetus or child by that condition is called as pasturations. Note it down. This is very, very important. What is meant by pasteurization? What is meant by ovulation? What is meant by oogenesis? These are the technical terms they were used for the, which one, reproduction in human reproduction chapters. And a placenta, it is very, very, very important. What is meant by placenta? It is nothing but the temporary connection between the fetus and the uterine wall of the mother. Already you know about it. The placenta is also the connection between who and who. So mother and fetus. Through this way, all the food materials also transfer. This is also very, very important things. And then what is by puberty? A stage at which immature reproductive system of the boy or girl become a mature, that condition is called as puberty. Okay, the puberty, a stage at which immature reproductive system of boy or girl. That means, what is that meaning? The first, what is the secondary sexual characters also started in this stage or category. Okay, that condition is called as, what is that? Puberty. That means before that, what are the stages you are facing? Juvenile phase. What is by juvenile phase? Before maturation, before attaining the, what is that? What is that? Before attaining the first reproductive stage is called as, what is that? Juvenile stage. That is called as another puberty. Okay, so after that, you are getting which one, mature. Okay, and then scrotum. It is also very, very important for the male. A seminal plasma along with the sperms. Scrotum is another part. It is a male reproductive organ. It is also very, very essential for the production of sperm. It is also bounds in the which one, pouch-like structures. Okay, semer. The seminal plasma along with the semen is collectively called as a semer. Okay, so this is also a important one. The semer is used for the seminal plasma along with the sperm, because without semer, otherwise called as fluids, what happened? It cannot, the sperm, it cannot easily move to reach the ovary or egg. Okay. And then spermatocytes, already we discussed that things. Spermatocytes, otherwise called as microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. Spermatocytes, what is the meaning of spermatocyte? Diploid cell derived from the spermatogonia, otherwise called as, what is the sperm producing mother cell, isn't it? Spermatogonia. During meiosis in male, when it occurs, here the question is may arise here. Spermatocytes, whether it may be diploid stage or haploid cell, just like that, the question will be arised. Another one is called as, when the spermatogonia produces spermatocytes, which one of the following divisions takes place? Because it's mostly sexually transmitted, isn't it? Sexual, that means fission of gamete and the egg, isn't it? So that time what happened, the divisions, which one is mostly occurs, meiosis takes place. That is very, very important one in male. And spermatogenesis, see here, spermatocyte, here the spermatogenesis, formation and development of sperm in testis of male. Formation and development of sperm. Sperm is also developed. How? Within the testis. There are so many things is there. It is also division also takes place. Division also takes place. 1 into 2, 2 into 4. Finally, how many cells are present? How it will be modified into a single cell into numerous sperm cells. That things also spermatogenesis. Okay. And another one is called as spermiations. These are the technical terms they were used. Okay, spermiation, process by which sperms are released from the seminiferous tubules. Spermiations, sperms are released from the tubes called as seminiferous tubules. That is also very, very important. This process is called as spermiations. Spermiogenesis, process of transforming of the non-motile. Okay, what is this? Non-motile sperm into motile sperm. How it will be a non-motile? So for example, when you are going to check during the test tube baby, what happened, they collect the sperm from the particular persons. They may be examined under the microscope. After that analysis, mostly, how many percentage of will be motile in nature, how many percentage will be non-motile nature? I mean 55% will be normally motile in nature. Some remaining 45% is not motile in nature. Okay, so that condition is highly, what is a potent, not important. Suppose if it is less than that, what happened when condition is called as, what is that? Impotent in nature. They cannot be able to fertilize with the egg. That is very, very, very important part. Okay, so go to the next one. And stem cell. Will you please tell me, anybody else, what is the meaning of stem cell? How it will be used for the medicinal purpose? How it will be used? Anybody else? Louder, please. Louder, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, now.
It can give rise to whole every organ, sir. Like it can give rise to heart, lungs. With that cells, we can give rise to.
Okay, what will happen now? What will be the main use of that one?
We can use it for transplantation.
Transplantation, or we can use it for the development of cells in particular area.
We can use it for that too, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, stem cell after the delivery, already in our, but there are so many stem cells also collected from different part. They may be used for the organ development. Already given here, the specialized cell which have the potency to give rise to all tissue and organ. That is very, very important. What is this? Stem cell is nothing but the specialized cells also essential for the process of which one, it gives, it has the ability to potentiality to gives a rise to all tissues, okay, and organs. Suppose if it is taken from the liver, or kidney, or brain, it is not possible, I think, okay, or bone, and somewhere else connective tissues, kidney, brain, lungs, and any other part, we can use it for the development of the tissue and organ. Okay, so this is called a stem cell. There are so many stem cell bank is also present in it. It can be isolated from the same body and otherwise called as just similar to that of isocraft. Okay, and also Another craft is also allocraft, genocraft, like that. It may be so used. Particularly stem cell exactly isolated from the parent. During the time of delivery, the stem cells are collected and stored in the stem cell bank. Okay, suppose if you are suffering from some difficulties, okay, we can use it for the stem cell for the, what is that, tissue and organ development. That is very, very important. Okay, a tropoplasm. So another one is the tropoplasm, outer layer of the cells of the blastula. It's called as tropoplasm, which absorb the nutrients secreted by the uterus membrane. Tropoplasm, note it down. This is also very, very important. So many times they were asked. Tropoplast. So outer layer of the cell of blastula, outer layer of the cell, which absorb the nutrients secreted by the uterus membrane. And zona pellucida is another one. This is also very, very important. Non-cellular layer clearly seen around mammalian egg. Once again, repeat for you. This is so many times they were asked questions. Zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. The non-cellular layer clearly seen around the mammalian egg. That is called as, what is that? Zona pellucida. Another one is called as, how will you identify? I ask the question. How will you identify the before the delivery? Okay, how will you identify the whether the fetus is male or female? How will you, any other methodology, any other technology is there? Anybody else? Before, already you know about X-ray, isn't it? Or another methodology is some equipments they were used for the identification of the whether female or male present in grow in the inside the mother stomach, isn't it? So without this one, how will you identify? Okay, without this one, how will you identify? Any ideas? See here, aminocentosis. Note it down. This is very, very important. Once again, repeat for you. This portion, this slide is very, very important. Stem cells and the trophoplast, zona pellucida, and aminocentosis. Very, very important. Aminocentosis is nothing but a fetal sex determination test. When you are taking the amniotic fluids from the mother stomach, okay, so we may take from the amniotic fluid during the time of pregnancy. We can easily identify whether the child is male or female. It is completely prohibited. Okay, they will not allow. Okay, already you know about when you are going to check up. Okay, the fetal sex determination test based on their chromosomal pattern in amniotic fluid. Note it down. This is very, very important. That's why this is called as aminocentosis, surrounded by the developing embryo. Surrounding the developing embryo. That is, amniotic fluid is present in. When you are taking the amniotic fluids, we can easily find out the child present in the stomach, whether it may be male or female, like that. Okay, go to the next one. Mortality. We know a little about the mortality, natality, okay, emigration, immigration. Will you please, what is by mortality? What will be nothing but the death rate, isn't it? Death rate. The number of persons removed from the population by death at a given time. For example, take an example. Nowadays, we suffered so many. We lose so many persons due to COVID, isn't it? So that is also added to the statistical calculation in the census. Okay, the mortality. The mortality is nothing but the death rate at a given time is called as mortality. Natality. Okay, that is nothing but the birth rate, isn't it? What is by birth rate? Means you know about why are what is that? Registering the birth or death rate is also because the census, it is essential for the census. So this is also another one. What is my emigration? What is my immigration? Immigration means what? Anybody else? What is meant by immigration? What is meant by emigration? Emit, E. Okay. So that is called as exit. Note it down. This is very, very important. Those who are all are moving from the our country to in some other country for the purpose of which one you know, whether job or a residential purpose or business oriented, and also they settle there. That persons are comes under the headings known as what is that? Emigration. Immigration, so the same process also comes from the other country to in our country. That is called as immigration. These are all are very, very important when you are going to study the diversity and the population. Okay, that things that time we can easily identify it. Okay. Next, what is by sterilization? It is another process. Here you don't think about the sterilization of the milk and sterilization of any equipments here. They are giving another technical word for this one. A permanent method of birth controlled through the surgery in male or female. That is given here, tubectomy and vasectomy. This is also very, very important one. Sterilization, nothing but how to control the birth rate. How will you control? So just to go through it, once again repeat for you. When you are taking these lessons, the one part already I told you, already I didn't tell, here you just note it down. Okay. The birth control rate only, you have to study in your book only. But I will not take that one because it's very complicated to discuss with you. So go through it, you will get it the ideas. Okay, why I didn't take that one part only. Like simply I skip on that one only. So just go through it, you will get the idea. Okay, sterilizations, a permanent method of birth controlled through the surgery in male or female. Tubectomy, tube, it is nothing but the female. Note it down, this is very important. Tubectomy, procedure of sterilization in human female in which fallopian tubes are cut and tied. Where it happens? Female, note it down. Tube, female. Okay, so likewise, vasectomy, a procedure of sterilization in human male in vasa differentia, or cut and tied. Here, note it down. Here, which part is cut? Fallopian tube. That's why it is called as tubectomy. Here, vasa differentia. That's why it is called as vasectomy. These are the two things is very, very important. Don't forget it. So many times they were asked the questions. Which part is tied? Tubectomy. Tubectomy, female. Tube, female. Okay, fallopian tube. And vasectomy, it is nothing but the vasa differentia. Okay, this is also male. After that, what will happen? Suppose if it is like that, fallopian tube is also cut, and maximum female only taking this sterilization process, because male is very rare. But nowadays they also did the process. Okay, sometimes the fallopian tubes is tied. As a result, what happened? You know, the egg is also produced, but it's not fertilized. That is very, very important things. Okay, so we'll see next class. And another thing is a very, very important. Don't forget it. All of you note it down. Important things. ICSH, industrial cell stimulating hormone. Okay, industrial cell stimulating hormone is denoted as ICH. So many times they were asked the question. Mnemonics aspects. In mnemonics aspects. Okay, don't forget it. And GnRH here, GnRH. Gn denotes as gonadotrophin, releasing hormone, all are maximum hormone like that component. Okay, GnRH, gonadotrophin. Sorry, here the spelling mistake is the gonadotrophin, releasing hormones. And LH, luteinizing hormone, LH. FSH, follicle stimulating hormones. Okay, follicle stimulating hormones. HCG, human chorionic gonadotrophin hormone. So HCG, human chorionic gonadotrophin. HPL, human placental lactogen. Human placental lactogen. These are the technical term. They were inside present ended. That's why when you are going to study the lessons, these are the technical terms also comes. And HIV already we discussed in the last classes. Okay, the virus, when you are going to study the viruses, that time already we discussed what is by HIV, what is by AIDS, what are the symptoms, how it will be identified, what will be the treatment. All those things already we discussed, isn't it? HIV, the human immunodeficiency virus, AIDS, acute immunodeficiency viruses. IUI, okay, intrauterine implanters. So this is also another things. Okay, so these are all comes under the headings known as which one you know, the reproductive chapters. So note it down. Sometimes they ask the question. I see GnRH. So many times they are asked. Follicle stimulating hormones and HCG. Okay, the human gonadotropin, chronic gonadotropin hormones. And another last one is already known, intrauterine. Okay, that is also inseminations. This is also very, very important things. So go to the next one. And this is also, don't forget these slides also. Okay, this slide is which one you know, 9th slides. IUT, okay, intrauterine transfer. Intrauterine transfer, don't forget it. These are all comes under the headings known as which one you know, the testy baby. Okay, artificial insemination, like that. Natural, artificial in our laboratory. Artificial fertilizations done by the lab and many doctors in our laboratory. That time they were used these are the techniques. IUT, intrauterine transfer, and ART, assisted reproductive technology. Assisted reproductive technology. This is simply called as ART. This is already in our Central Drug Research Institute. Where it is located, will you please? Anybody else? Central Drug Research Institute. Anybody else, my dears? Central Drug Research Institute in Pune. Okay, so gift. So this is very, very important. So many times they were asked the question. Gift, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Gamete intrafallopian transfer is called as gift. IUCD, intrauterine contraceptive device. Okay, intrauterine contraceptive device. It is used for the birth control. Okay, just imagine. IVF, in vitro fertilization. This is also a technical term, but they were used for the in vitro within the lab. Okay, the fertilization takes place within the lab. The technical term is called as what is the in vitro fertilization. And GIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfers. Here, see here, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Here, zygote intrafallopian transfer. These are all very, very important technical terms. They were used for the which one you know in these lessons. Okay, any doubt in this area, my dear students? So do you have any idea, any doubt in this area? What is my acrosome, blastula, fetus? Okay, graphene folic hams, inflorescence, menarche, menaphus, and also so it's interfering. Why it is coming? Okay, so now we are going to discuss one by one deeply. First, we should know what is the introduction. Introduction part of this category, you must note it down. All organisms produce offspring and thereby maintain their kinds. It is called as what is a progeny. Already in our body, each and every animal, they are having own specific type of what is a reproduction ability. So what is the main purpose of the reproduction already in our board? then only the generation will be possible. Otherwise, it will not possible. The offspring, and also it's nothing but the cycle. It is nothing but the cycles. All organisms produce their own offspring and thereby maintain their kinds also. And another thing is, another word we can call it, reproduction is an ancestrated process. Ancestrated. Okay. It is also generation wise coming, isn't it? That's why I told you the generation wise it's also inherited. Okay. Humans are sexually reproducing. Why it is called a sexually? Female as well as male also separately present and also having the own specific sexual organs. So they are all comes under the headings known as viviparous. What is my viviparous? That means the egg into adult directly. We are all are directly growth. Indirect development, direct development is also there. Most of the mammals, maximum it may be direct development is there. Some of them are having the indirect development. Will you please give me the indirect development of the animals? Indirect developments. Take an examples. Take an example, will you please? Anybody else? Humans are sexually reproducing and viviparous. Okay. So others also they are giving the young one, but it is not viviparous. Oviparous is nothing but already known, but there is a bats also comes out of the getting known as oviparous, viviparous. Okay. Some of them are having the intermediate component. Intermediate means already know about what is that? There is a metamorphosis stages. What is my metamorphosis? When the fusion of gamete, it undergo the development process. Finally, what happened? It produces a young one. In between, there is so many changes which occurs in morphologically. Such category, such things is called as what is that? Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Okay. See here, take an examples of cockroach. Already told you that egg to larva, larva to so many stages. The 13 stages have been reported by the scientist. After the 13 stages, it may grow as a what is that? Entire adult. Okay. The young adult is called as nymph. 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 Okay. So nymph, it is very, very important one. The reproduction even in human included the formation of haploid gametes, that is sperms in the male and ovum in female. This process is known as gametogenesis. What is the meaning of gametogenesis? Each and every male as well as the female, they are having the own reproductive organs. They can produce their own gametes. Suppose male produce the gamete is called as sperm, female produce the gamete is called as egg. Okay. Collectively, they are all called as what is it? Gametogenesis. Already we studied what is by gametogenesis, and sometimes it may be a sporogenesis, sporophyte, gametophyte, like that we studied in the lower plant, isn't it? But in this category, it may be differ. Gametogenesis means gamete productions in different individual respectively. Then the process of transfer of sperm into the female genetical tract is called as inseminations. When the sperm is transferred to the genetical tract of female, insemination, and fusion of male and female gamete is called as fertilization, otherwise called as syngamy. Any one of the male gamete fused with the female gamete, as a result of formation of fertilization. After the fertilization, what happened? The embryo development takes place. After the embryo development, what will happen? It will further undergo the development until reach the adult. Until reach the adult. Okay. So that condition is called as fertilization. The process of fertilization lead to the formation of zygote. After the fertilization process, lead to zygote. This is followed by the formation of, listen here very, very carefully, and development of the blastocyst and its attachment to the uterine wall, that is called as implantations. And then embryonic development that embryonic development is called as gestation, and delivery of the baby is called as pasteurization. These are the process which occur after the fertilization. Before the fertilization, what are the things? First of all, you should know very well what is the gamete formation, whether male gamete, female gametes also produced, and after that get a maturation, it fused together. That condition is called a fertilization. After the fertilization, the zygote formation takes place. After the zygote formation, what happens? It undergo the meiotic cell divisions or mitotic cell division. Cell division is nothing but mitotic cell division. That condition is called as blastocyst. After the blastocyst, what happens? It may be fixed with the uterine wall of the female reproductive organ. That is called as implantations. After the implantation, what happens? The embryonic development is also started. That condition is called a gestation period. How many months? 10 months already in our, but this is called as gestation period. Complete development of the baby from the egg or embryo. Okay. And delivery of the baby is called a pasteurization. So after the 10 month already in our doctor give a date. Okay. This time. Okay. The baby will be delivered like that. These reproductive events occur after the puberty. Puberty means what is that? Delivery already in our but. Okay, so this is the normal stages. First of all, is to discover which one is human reproductive system. Human reproductive system. Before that, you must know there are two things is there, because human reproductive system means male or female, isn't it? The male and females are separated. So they are all are considered the getting known as monoecious. Monoecious or a dioecious. What is my monoecious? What is my dioecious? Bisexual flower. Already in our but bisexual flower, male as well as a female sexual organ present in the same flower. Isn't it? That is called as bisexual flower. And monoecious, that condition is called as monoecious. Suppose if it is separated, separated means already in our but male is also in separate plant and female is also separate. Likewise, human beings also, male as well as the female, they are in separate manner. Take an examples of earthworm. Earthworm, the Hermy product already in our but the male and female reproductive organ present in the single organisms or animals. Okay, so they are collectively called as what is that? Hermy product. They are called as Hermy product. So here, so the human being's reproduction takes place by the sexual method and the sexes are separated, male as well as female. Here, the first one is the primary sex organs of male and females are the testis and the ovary respectively. These organs are involved in the both gamete formation and the hormonal secretions. The primary sex organs. Okay. Particularly, male sex organ, female sex organs, and also produce not only that, they are having the specific hormones, male sex hormones, female sex hormone respectively. Male sex hormones, will you please list out? Anybody else? Male sex hormone.
So,
Yeah.
sir, testosterone, sir.
Okay. Another important one.
So, androgens.
Correct. Correct. So these two are very, very important for the, what is the male sex hormones and female sex hormone, will you please? Do you know what are the female sex hormones? Do you know? Progesterone? Yeah.
Sir, estrogen, progesterone, sir.
Oh, what about another?
Sir, also lactogen.
Lactogen. One more is there? Lactogen or any other company? Okay. Anyhow, so Ajay is good. Super. Okay. You correctly explain it. Already you know very about it. Okay. So androgen and testosterone, these are both most of the steroid hormones, isn't it? Note it down. This is very, very important. Steroid hormones for the which one male. Okay, they decide their secondary sexual characteristic, that is called as mustache, hair growth and voice changes, all those things. Okay, opposite sex attractions, already that things. Female, already know very well about the luteinizing hormone. Already we discussed luteinizing hormone, progesterone, estrogen, and also oxytocin, and also another one is called as lactogen. These are the components. These are the hormones secreted by the which one, you know, female sex organs. These are all essential for the fertilization process as well as further things. Suppose during the baby milking, okay, that time what happened, you know, the automatically the oxytocin is also dick by the hypothalamus. Okay, automatically what happened, the lactogen is also secreted simultaneously. It may be eject the milk from the mother mammary gland. Okay, so secondary organs helping the transportation, storage, and maturation, and also fertilization of the gamete. The secondary organs helping the transportation, storage, maturation, and also the fertilization of the gametes. Example, vasa efferentia, vasa differentia, epididymis, seminal vesicles in male and which one, you know, female, I think. Okay, these are all the secondary organs. Okay, so this is very, very important things. You must note, you know, which one is primary sex and male and female. Okay, secreting different hormones. Already know what are the hormones secreted respectively. Okay, in this category, oviduct and also uterus. These are the what is the secondary organs. Hormone means internal organ. These are the parts of the organs. This is also very, very important. See here. Next one is the male are also different from the female in their secondary sexual features or accessory sex organ. Male and female, they are physiologically, morphologically different nature. Okay, already know about. So thus the human exhibits sexual dimorphism. Dimorphism. This is the question. Sometimes they ask the question dimorphism. For example, the mammary gland are well developed in the female and the rudimentary in males. Okay, completely there is no accent. This is also comes under the headings, you know. Which one, you know? Any idea, Ajay? Rudimentary organ. It is also comes under the heading. Which one, you know? Vestigial organ, isn't it? Vestigial organ.
Yes,
Yeah. How many vestigial organ already we studied? You know, there are 60 or 300. So many 80 vestigial organ is present in it. This is one of the this one. And the female do not develop beard and mustache. Already know about that things also. But sometimes it's also possible. Nowadays we can see so many girls also they are having, the old people also beard and mustache also what's that growing. Okay, due to what is the hormone, the male hormone is highly present in her body. That is the reasons. But male do not do the voice in female is pitched higher than in the males, because female voice always a high frequency in nature. Okay, and the name at the same time it's a very short in nature, sharp. Okay, but compared to the female, male voice always in a very tough in nature, because due to the hormone, when it changes, you know, maximum is the stage will be 14 to, that means the 9th standard, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, like that age group only. What happened? No, the voice box also changes, takes place. Okay, so that time automatically the mustache as well as the beard also possibility. So that stage is called as what is the secondary sexual character is started the particular person. It is directly opposite to the female. Already know very well about the female reproductive things. Different things is the morphologically changes also occur in his body. Okay, see why it's coming. Okay, so today that's all about the reproductive system. Okay, these things that only I prepared. So tomorrow we will see the next Monday we will see the remaining things on the next classes. Today what we have discussed the basic terms. Already we discussed the acrosome, blastula, fetus and gonads, Graafian follicle, hymen, implantations, and monads, menopause, and also oogenesis, ovulation, pasteurization, placenta, and also puberty, and scrotum, semer, and spermatocytes, spermatogenesis, and also spermiation, and spermiogenesis also. Okay. And then stem cell, trophoblast, and also zona pellucida, and aminocentesis. Note it down, Ajay. This is very, very important. Aminocentesis. Okay. So many times they were asked the question. These two, zona pellucida is also there. And then, tubectomy, vasectomy. Tube means female, vasectomy means male. Okay. That things also very, very important. And these are the technical terms. Technical terms were used for the mnemonics aspect, expansible manner. They were asked the questions in this category. And then GIFT, IVF, okay, and IUCT. This is also very, very IUT also. We will discuss it in brief in the next classes. Okay. So that's all about today classes, my dear students, because it's a very complicated one. So we'll see the remaining part on the next classes. Anything else, my dear students?
No, sir, nothing,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So shall we finish it? You already attended the questions, my dear students. You didn't ask any question that test person
So attended, sir.
attended. Any doubt in this area, my dear?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Doubt maybe. So no, you didn't attend the remaining questions also you have to attend. So I will give you. Okay. Today shall we finish it, my dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.